One of my mother's friend, went into the backyard, pick out this thing. First time I was ever, experiencing or knowing about this plant. Went into the backyard, pick it out and put it with some orange skin and boil it for me. And that was the end of the gastroenteritis for the entire week. And I mean, it was almost instantly.
Wow. Hey guys, well, I see here again from My-Island-Jamaica.com. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know, we couldn't finish the medicinal herbs of Jamaica series without mentioning this one. Anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, powerful plant. The miracle plant they call it. It's a Guinea Hen. And today I'm back in Kingston, Jamaica with my friend Hephzibah. She's gonna tell us a little bit more about this plant, this powerful medicinal plant. What is it? What is it good for? And she promised a little bonus. Did you know that Guinea Hen can be used as a salad? Well, she's gonna tell us at the end. Stay tuned. First though, a special shout out to one of my ardent readers, subscribers. Her name is Kingston. She shared a real living, breathing testimony of her mom and what this plant, Guinea Hen, did for her. All of you, my ardent subscribers who continue to like, share and comment on my videos, I say thank you. Up. If you are brand new though, meaning you're here for the first time, I say welcome. Glad to have you. I do a lot of these videos capturing the real Jamaica, the real people of Jamaica, the plants and herbs and attractions and everything Jamaica. I don't want you to miss any of that. So if you're here for the first time, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to join us now. It's free. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell notification, and that way you'll stay updated on all my latest videos. Let's go to Guinea Hen. Here she is again, guys, Miss Hephzibah. We're gonna talk about
The Guinea Hen weed plant.
all right, and actually she has actually had one right here. We didn't have to go far. She has it in her yard right here. Lots of Guinea Hens. So these are Guinea Hen, as you can see here. Guinea Hen, guys. Guinea Hen naturally, organically grown here.
Okay.
All right, so this is what it looks like in the ground. All right, so this is it. Tough bad boy here. Anti-cancer, anti-tumor, anti-inflammatory. As we speak, Hephzibah, the world is talking about Guinea Hen. The material online is overwhelming now. I think it's called, well, in other places they call it Anamu, but the scientific name is Petiveria Alliacea.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah, man.
So guys, if you don't know it as Guinea Hen, and you want, wherever you are in the world and you want to get more information on it, the scientific name is Petiveria Alliacea. It's on screen and it's in the description as well. But back home here in Jamaica, this is what it looks like. Tell us, what is it? Somebody don't know. Let's say somebody have no idea what it is. What is Guinea Hen?
Alright, so before we get into what is Guinea Hen, what are some of the other names of Guinea Hen? It's called gully weed and garlic weed. So those are two other names for it.
Oh, in
I
addition to the
know
Anamu.
it, right. I also know it as devil's horsewhip. But there's another plant that looks similar with the prickles on it, and some persons would contend that this is not devil's horsewhip, but we know it in this part of the world as devil's horsewhip as well.
Okay.
Right. So the Guinea Hen weed, you were asking what it is really. It's a medicinal herb, and it's a perennial herb, meaning that it does not thrive meaning that it thrives throughout the year, but just that at some points in the year you will find it more abundantly than others. So as you can see, it's now during the winter season. We don't really have winter, but it's during the colder months. So we still have the plants, and in some places you'll still find it green, but most times at this time it will kind of get the leaves will kind of yellow, right? But it's a perennial herb that you can find throughout the year.
I think Dr. Williams, Dr. Henry Lowe,
Dr. Lawrence.
Dr. Lawrence, yeah.
Right,
I did a lot of work on this, and they found anti-cancer properties in this.
Right.
What can you tell us about that?
All right. Well, I'm not a doctor, right? But because of my own personal experience, I can talk from that standpoint. However, I believe that the anti-cancer part of the plant really comes in because of the anti-inflammatory properties that it has and the antiviral properties that it has. And we know when we talk about anti-inflammatory, we're going into releasing free radicals from the body, right? So I guess because of that part of it, it can be used so effectively, or it has been proven by these doctors to be used so effectively against cancers.
Before you mention your personal experience, before you share your personal experience, which I want my viewers to see, I want you to tell me a little bit more though about what does Guinea hen do for the body? What does Guinea hen do for the body?
Alright, so Guinea hen does a lot for the body. Those who have tried it can attest to it. As I said, one of the main attributes of the Guinea hen weed is that it is anti-inflammatory, and so it is really going to rid the body of inflammation, right? It's going to rid the body of inflammation. So it's a medicinal herb, as we said. So for things like fevers, some of us use it for fevers, to get rid of fevers. If you want me to get into how we use it, I can get into that.
That's going to be another question,
right?
Yes. Yeah.
So we use it also for things like gastroenteritis. And generally, if you just want to cleanse the body, you can use the Guinea hen. Just brew a cup of tea out of it. But mainly though, for the medicinal part of it, it's really the root that you're going towards, right?
That's what I heard. It's the strongest part of it. All of it is usable, but the root is powerful.
Right. So if you really want to just have a tea, like, you know, you just feel for some Guinea hen wheat tea, the leaves is what you would really use.
I have a few other questions that very popular questions people ask about Guinea hen. I'm going to ask you. The first one is, what does the tea? You mentioned the tea, but what does the Guinea hen tea
taste like?
Guinea hen weed tea taste like? Yeah.
Alright, let me just give you a description of what I think it tastes like, right?
Yeah.
You know, like when it's going to rain and you smell the earth. I get that kind of taste from the Guinea hen weed, especially the root part of it. Right. It has a very pungent odor. So
very strong.
Yeah, very, very pungent odor.
Especially when it's green, right?
Yeah, especially when it's green, or when you just dig it, or very early in the morning.
Early in the morning?
Yeah. Because they said the best time to dig the Guinea hen, you know, is like before 5 o'clock or up until 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the mornings. That's when you get the most out of it in terms of the medicinal value out of the Guinea hen.
How do you make the Guinea hen tea? Somebody's asking that.
So the tea is pretty simple, and it depends on the purpose that you want to use the tea for. So for instance, if I'm going to be making the tea for something like gastroenteritis, I'm using the root of the plant, right? And I put this with some orange skin, right? So you put on your water to boil, and you add your Guinea hen root and the orange skin, and you allow it to boil on a low flame for about 5 or so minutes, so that you draw all of the medicine out of it. And then that's how I would make it in that instance. Now if I'm just going to drink some tea, same procedure. You put on your water, you allow it to boil, but not as long, because you know, with the pulling the medicine from it is about 5 minutes or so. But you know, like you're just doing the leaves, and of course we're going to allow them to dry. We don't use them fresh, right?
I was gonna ask you
right,
that,
we're not use it fresh. So yeah, 3 days good to allow it to dry, and they're pretty easy to dry. So like for the leaves now, you allow the water to come to a boil, and you can either just put in the leaves and let it boil for like a minute or so, or you can turn off your flame, put in the leaves, turn off your flame, and allow the leaves to steep, and you'll still get the medicinal benefits. It won't be as strong, so you know, you're just having it as a tea.
I have a very interesting question for you, but just before I ask, there's an article that we have on site, and some of you know the website is My-Island-Jamaica.com, my-island-jamaica.com. We talk about everything Jamaica on there, so make sure you check it out. But there's a link in the description to an article that we wrote about Guinea hen, Jamaican Guinea hen. You need to see that all the major health benefits of Guinea hen is documented in that article. Make sure you check it out. Link in the description. Ready for the question?
Yes, of course. Get into it, man.
Can you smoke Guinea hen?
All right. Well, you can smoke any plant, but
Oh, really?
for any bush you want to smoke. But for me, no, I would not be smoking Guinea hen.
Well, okay, so not you, but it can be smoked. That's what you said.
Well,
You can smoke it, huh?
well, I can't attest to that. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I can't attest to it. I don't know if anybody was ever smoked it, but and I've never done it, so no, I can't attest to that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask you guys. I ask you right now. You're watching, and that is a popular question people have out there. I want to hear from you. Do you know of people smoking Guinea hen? I'm curious. I want to hear from you. Put it right now in the comments right now. You actually have a concoction of using Guinea hen. Let's see what you got. Hold it up so the guys can see.
Okay.
What is in that? What is in that?
All right, so this is a Guinea hen with root, and we'll have it with some rum, and this is just a way of extracting the medicine out of the root.
All right. So let's get a little. Okay, so this is there's just Guinea hen root
Right.
with rum.
With rum.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And don't worry about the label, guys. Don't worry about that. It's just a bottle we're using.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So it's just raw rum.
Recycle. Yeah, man.
And then how you use that?
All right, so like for this now.
How do you make it? So you,
How we make it? So basically, we dig up the roots, of course, as much as we can get. We break it up and we put it down into the bottle. And then we cover it down with some real Jerry and Neville rum. But usually what we do is try to cover everything. So this is basically what's covered all the way to up here. And you can see how much we have taken every now and then. We just take a shot.
and meaning like a spoonful?
Yeah, man, like a spoonful.
After you prepare that, how long do you allow it to marinate before you use it?
We allow it to settle for about 3 months or so at the most.
You know, I have a friend back in Anamu Bay side that actually has a similar concoction, but Guinea hen rum. But guess what? He put something else in there. He put
Pimento?
not pimento.
Oh.
40 leg.
Oh yes, we
You
have
know
that.
about that?
We have that separate though. We don't put it in the Guinea hen.
So after you have it for 3 months with the rum and the Guinea hen, what do you typically use it? What do you typically use it for, and how do you use it?
All right. Sometimes we use it externally as a pain rub. Use it as well, like if we have like a fever, we might use it to just sap the forehead or sap the body or souse the body, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes, as I said, we just take a shot of it. Yeah, you know, you're having a little stomach ache or so, you might just take a shot of it or so on. Just way, yeah.
Oh,
But
nice.
it's very good in
Nice. And we have the bonus, guys. Remember the bonus, Hephzibah, you're gonna tell them about how to use Guinea hen in salads. But just before, I wanted to tell my viewers about your channel. About your channel. There's a lot of stuff on there. So tell them about what do you do and where they can find you.
Okay, so the channel is I am Hephzibah, so that's where you'd find me. I talk a lot about my personal journey with medicinal herbs and my hair loss and hair recovery journey. So that's basically what I talk about on the channel.
Actually, I almost forget. You actually had a personal story.
Yes, I do.
No, man, you need to tell us before we go.
A lot of personal stories.
About the Guinea hen. We'll tell about the Guinea hen one first.
Okay, so...
Alright, so I promise you guys, right after you tell the Guinea hen story, we're going to share the bonus. So the Guinea hen story first, yes.
Okay, so my Guinea hen story, it started when I was about between 7 or 9, thereabout. And, you know, I had a bout of gastroenteritis. And one of my mother's friend, you know, went into the backyard, pick out this thing. First time I was ever, you know, experiencing or knowing about this plant. Went into the backyard, pick it out, and put it with some orange skin and boil it for me. And that was the end of the gastroenteritis for the entire week. And I mean, it was almost instantly.
Wow.
And I have other stories. I mean, I put this here, the Guinea hen weed. I boil it with inflammation weed and vervine.
Hold on, what is the inflammation weed?
The inflammation weed is the dog blood.
Okay.
Right. So I boil it with those other 2 herbs, and I don't know if it's buck up or what, but I know at that point, like a few days after, I passed out something that looks like a fibroid.
Wow.
Right. So I no joke. I have a lot of personal experience with this the Guinea hen weed.
Alright guys, and again, you can find out more about her and what some of the stuff she's talking about on her channel. I am Hephzibah.
Right.
Bonus time.
Alright, now the bonus. Now here we have a plant of the Guinea hen weed, as you see when we started out. And the plant of the Guinea Hen weed, it has some seeds at the top here. Now these little seeds, I mean, a lot of us would be tempted to throw them out, but guess what? We can parch them or boil them or steam them, and we can put them over our salads. They're very good and nutritious on our salads.
Really?
Yeah, very.
How do you boil it though?
Yeah, man. So you just pick them off. They're very easy to come off, and you can steam them, or as I say, you can parch them, and you can put them over your salad. You know, just like you'd put some nuts or so. Very tasty over your salad. And nutritious too.
This lady is amazing. Are you gonna try it, guy? Are you gonna try that? Let me hear from you. Let me know if you're gonna try her Guinea Hen seed in your salad.
Right.
All right, good, awesome. Thank you so much for the lessons and the learning, my friend, on Guinea Hen. Remember, there's a link, guys, and more to learn about all the amazing health benefits of Guinea Hen is in the description. Make sure you check it out. Hephzibah and the Guinea Hen, guys. What jumped out at you? Interesting, right? Interesting stuff, right? What jumped out at you? I would love to hear from you. Put it in the comment. But listen, you need to share this video with someone. You need to enlighten someone. This is powerful stuff we have here, you know. Yeah, man, share this video and enlighten someone. Here's another video you must see. It's a herb tour. If you have not yet watched it, you need to. The herb tour where I go around and I think we talk about capture at least 60 herbs. 60 herbs, medicinal herbs of Jamaica. You need to see that. There's a link in the description and it's in the card above. See you in that one.